Today, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins taking on Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens.
Well, much of the country is struggling under cold temps and some of that white stuff. No such troubles here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Baltimore Ravens. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
Brandon, I don't know about you, but when I heard he threw 5 touchdown passes last week, I thought, well, he's going to be the AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I didn't need to hear any other stats, and it turned out to be right.
That's exactly right. Seemed like every time we turned around, he was throwing one in the end zone. But he doubled down. He said, I see 5 more in this game. Challenge accepted.
Challenge.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Rhodes. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the gun, it's Tua. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Yeah, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
Up the middle they go. Rhodes. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Well, it's a third and somewhat manageable now, not so manageable.
Exactly, because you had a play call on that you felt like, hey, this could go quick, and it doesn't take much to get it done. Now, you got to start thinking about a little bit of a deeper route type of a call, especially if you want to throw it.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's Jake Bailey now. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, it's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression, jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball's thrown.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. The Ravens at 10-2 on the year. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
Right back to him on first down. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And not much running room. Down to the 32. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They go play action now. Jackson. And unable to connect on the long pass. He actually brings it in, but he was out of bounds, incomplete. So pass interference the call. That's going to set him up with a first down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead, he definitely impeded the receiver's right to catch the football.
And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. That time a 6-play drive, and it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Miami set to take over. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to pass. Tua. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. Now Tua. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
On 1st down, it's Rhodes. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to...
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Justin Madubuike working his way to the quarterback that time.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 33. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. And he's got his man on the out route. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. On 2nd down now, it's Rhodes. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Tua sets up to pass it. And that is incomplete. On now the Miami field goal unit. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And this one is right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. To throw is Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
Play action. Now Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack to about the 48-yard line.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Jackson on first down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So they keep the football, but now face second and long. Now it's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down at 4. Jackson into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Walker. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that, that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
Miami's offense set and ready to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Meanwhile, to his throw, caught by his receiver, Hill. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa, and he's got the hook up to Landry. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Tua going to throw. On target over the middle to Hill. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Tua. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. This offense so far on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. 51 yards on the punt there. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the second quarter. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Here's Jackson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him, and that's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect we'll go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
After the turnover, it's Tua. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tua, a quick throw knocked away and incomplete. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they've certainly gotten him involved in this first half, and on 3rd down, they looked his way again. And what a delight for his quarterback to find him and keep the drive moving.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Running the jet sweep, Landry. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. He'll drop to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And the Dolphins are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. Rhodes, nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll drop to throw. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Patrick Queen got in there to stick him. He gets the sack.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Tua now, 3rd and goal. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On now the Miami field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. Pass complete on the out route to Beckham. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Again, Jackson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And he missed it. It's no good. And this is going to remain a 1-point game. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa in the NFC West. And this one is already a 3-touchdown game at the half. Baker Mayfield with a couple of touchdown passes. Next, we head north to Philly to check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they've got the lead in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. 2 touchdowns in that ball game for DeAndre Swift. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting LA Chargers. The Texans trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. In the game you're watching, we've seen a strong first half out of Lamar Jackson. His guys lead, though, by only a point. It's been a tight one. As for the start of the third quarter, we'll send it back to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
And that last throw is going to keep him climbing that all-time passing yards leaderboard as he crosses the 25,000-yard mark now for his career.
He just recently passed Bart Starr. Next up for him, Bob Greasy. That's 2 Hall of Famers, 2 Super Bowl winners, multiple Super Bowl winners. So he's getting up with the legends now. Congratulations.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Play action. It's Jackson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Jackson will throw again. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this is going to remain a 1-point game. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. He is going to find Hill here. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Rhodes. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Rhodes. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 25. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now Tua on the bootleg here. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to, pick up a first down.
Tua now on first down. And he will find his man on the outside.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
From the 16, Tua. And it's caught.
And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Rhodes, and he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Kick it away after the touchdown.
Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or 2, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. To throw again is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 41. Now Jackson. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. They go play action with Jackson. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Give him 32 on the play.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the 3rd quarter. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Now a handoff up the middle. Rhodes. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on third down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up fourth down. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed. But as we know, it often happens, this is all still subject to change.
Oh, you're so right about that. But even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Tua now on first down. And Hill with it over the middle.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
They'll look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete.
A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
From the gun, it's Tua.
Gets it out wide to Davis Price.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our fourth quarter tie. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the fourth. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about his desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Jackson.
His throw taken in by Isaiah Likely.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Play action. Now it's Tua. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down. On play action, here's Tua. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
Oh, he still makes a catch, even though it was tapped by the linebacker.
And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds.
So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. Now Tua. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the 1st down.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
2nd down, here's Davis Price. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Davis Price will try to pick it up. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Rhodes. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Rhodes. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Up the middle they go. It's Rhodes. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now a handoff up the middle. Rhodes. And a short gain down to about the 33. Now Tagovailoa. And he wisely will throw that one away. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to swell the lead to 6. And this one is right down Broadway. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down 20-14, 50 seconds to go. Their 5-game winning streak hanging in the balance here. Here's Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Flowers. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. He's going to let it fly. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll wind up getting about 8, but the clock will run. Also, don't forget, it's now 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. One final shot now. I'm not even sure he can get it to the end zone, though, from this distance.
That's going to take as much arm as he has, and you actually have to plan for the contingency. Maybe you're playing a tip. Try and get someone down who can tip it up and keep it for your own team and try and get to the end zone that way.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Dolphins, their very slim playoff hopes remain as they move to 6-7 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers come to town.
Meanwhile, for Baltimore, it's just their third loss as they fall now to 10-3. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
I'm alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to.